Get to know local leaders, catch community updates, and hear about the latest happenings from City Hall and beyond on City Notes, an informative and hyper-local interview series brought to you by the City of Nicholasville. Today, I'm here with John Howard, Deputy Director of the Jessamine County Parks and Recreation. This department is funded by the City of Nicholasville and Jessamine County Fiscal Court. They operate 15 parks that we know and love, and they have a lot more to offer our community than you may be aware of. John, thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
So to start us off, can you tell us a little bit about your background and what about it led you to public service?
Sure. I guess my first real job that I had was at the age of 15, and I was working at the Southside Swimming Pool in Ashland, Kentucky. That's my hometown. And after that summer, the experience was so rewarding for me, I decided that that's what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. So in 1985, I graduated from Morehead State with degrees in recreation and geography. And I guess what led me to that educational path was the fact that I was interested, I was intrigued by what an individual wanted, their desire to seek out recreational opportunities, but also wondered what drew people to different communities, what led them to their place of residence, and end up staying, say, in a location that they did not grow up in.
At Parks and Rec, you all love our parks, of course, but you don't just maintain our parks. You offer a lot to the public, like public sports leagues, managing shelter rentals, putting on events like 5Ks or concert series. Could you talk about the role of Parks and Rec and all that your department has to offer?
Absolutely, Brandon. We just completed our 6-month youth basketball and cheerleading season, and we had well over 600 participants. We are currently taking registrations for girls volleyball, and soon we'll begin our adult softball and men's basketball leagues. We're partnering with the Jessamine County Public Library to conduct an Earth Day event on April 22nd, which will include a 3K run. I guess what we try to do with our limited resources and minimal staff is do as much for the community as we can. And we try to do that in every season of the year and focus on different demographics. Like currently we are offering a pickleball program that benefits a lot of our geriatric population.
I heard you mention the Earth Day event. Is there anything else that's new and coming up for Parks and Rec, or anything that you personally are particularly excited about?
Well, the big issue, or the big project that we're currently working on, in 2019 we were charged with the operation of the Ronnie B Aquatic Center. We had some issues last year, mostly due to the age of the facility, that prevented us from opening. We actually opened, but we closed the next day. But we are currently making extensive capital renovations and improvements to that facility in anticipation of a Memorial Day weekend opening. And we are also in the middle of the construction of a splash pad at Lake Mingo and a new stage at Rock Fence. Those two projects are also underway.
And I feel like some activities like pickleball and disc golf are growing in popularity. Are you seeing that on your end, or just an increased interest in outdoor activities in general?
Well, the COVID pandemic had major impact on everyone's lives, and it also greatly affected lifestyles. And even though pickleball and disc golf have both been around for over 50 years, social distancing and the popularity of outdoor recreation among all demographics led to a tremendous increase in sales in RVs and bicycles and kayaks and things of that nature. So as a rec professional, we're hoping that trend continues, and these new hobbies and things that people have started doing in the last few years, we hope that they continue to do that and take advantage of the resources that we can provide the community.
Is there a Nicholasville person, place, or thing that has been an influence in your life lately?
Wow, that's a good question. I'd have to say more than just lately. My wife Angela and I moved to Jessamine County in the summer of 1988, and we were immediately welcomed by our Newman Road and Huckleberry Lane neighbors. And so I guess what I could say is after 35 years of living in Jessamine County, I can't imagine living anywhere else than the little community of Spears that we reside in. We consider our neighbors to be extended family. They're actually more than just friends, and we're thankful and grateful that we had the opportunity to meet them.
Well, John, thank you so much for sharing us today. We'll be on the lookout for those events, and thank you for all you do for the community.
Thank you very much.